Primeiro, muito rapidinho em português, sejam todos muito bem-vindos, quem estiver assistindo com a gente tanto ao vivo, agora já somos 7, quanto quem for assistir depois esse webinário que a gente está fazendo. Meu nome é Liziane e eu sou fundadora da INC, um negócio social que trabalha com gestão de projetos sociais. Então, a gente replica aqui no Brasil a metodologia PMD Pro, faz cursos, capacitações, workshops, treinamentos em company, e a gente também faz a gestão conjunta de projetos. Quando uma organização tem um projeto desafiador, que ela precisa de mais capacidade para conseguir entregar, a gente entra junto com ela e faz esse projeto acontecer, esse impacto ser entregue, ao mesmo tempo que a gente vai capacitando a equipe da própria organização para ela conseguir fazer projetos cada vez mais desafiadores, maiores, enfim. A gente também trabalha com investidores sociais, construindo capacidade com as organizações que eles apoiam. E a gente está muito feliz de estar aqui hoje. E eu já vou switch to English. Because we are here today with Cindy and Guy. They're going to introduce themselves very soon. And we're here today because we, last year, as an entrepreneur, I applied to a program that's called YLI, Young Leaders of the Americas Initiatives. Maybe we can put the link here in the, in the comments. They have applications open right now. It just opened today. And it's a very interesting program for entrepreneurs. They last year selected 250 entrepreneurs from all over Latin America and the Caribbean. There were people from 36 countries there. I didn't even know we had 36 countries in Latin America and the Caribbean, and I shouldn't say that in that streaming, but I said that anyway. And they selected these 250 entrepreneurs, and these entrepreneurs went to a 6 weeks learning journey to the US. We were divided in 21 cities, and in each one of these cities, each entrepreneur was matched with one local business or social organization. And because of this, I had the great opportunity to be working for 4 weeks at the CNE, the Center for Nonprofit Excellence, that is in Charlottesville, Virginia. And during that 4 weeks, I learned so much. We exchanged a lot, and we learned how aligned we were in what we call good practices in the social sector, and how to increase the impact of social projects and social organization. And that's the main topic of our discussion today. And after that 4 weeks, we got the opportunity to apply for a reverse exchange. And again, we were selected to receive Cindy here. We are in São Paulo now, in Brazil. And so Cindy has been here for a week and a half, almost 2 weeks now. And we've been doing a series of events around best practices in nonprofit management, around what is the role of NGOs in society, around what are the similarities and differences we see between the different kinds of organizations that aim at achieving impact here in Brazil and in the US. And today is our last open event. So tomorrow Cindy's going to be resting a little bit. And it's our last open event where we wanted to give everyone the opportunity to get a little of this experience and knowledge that I had the chance to see so closely there. And we also invited Guy, that is an amazing social entrepreneur that has a very interesting solution for evaluation of impact. And that's it. We have many questions here from you that subscribed and who registered and sent us questions beforehand. So how this is going to work is that we're just going to they're going to briefly introduce themselves. I've already done that. And they will, and I'll be asking the questions, and we're going to be having a conversation here about each of the issues that you brought to us as being most relevant and most that you want to know more in this area. So thank you very much for being here. And who of you wants to start with the introduction?
Thank you. Hello, Brazil. Hello, the world. My name is Cindy Colson. I'm the Director of Strategic Initiatives at the Center for Nonprofit Excellence. I am thrilled to be here with such esteemed colleagues to talk about best practices. At CNE, we focus on all aspects of the nonprofit business. My specialty is really working around leadership and board governance. So I will be addressing a lot of those questions as we talk about them today. Thanks.
Great. I am Guilherme Lichand. I'm the CEO and co-founder of AMGAV. Also the UNICEF Assistant Professor of Child Wellbeing and Development at the University of Zurich. I'm also delighted to be here. Thanks for the invitation. Long-term admirer of Inc. and newfound admirer of Cindy's work. So yeah, hope to contribute. So AMGAV is for profit for purpose. So hopefully I can add a little different perspective of what we'll be discussing today.
Absolutely. So going straight to our main topic of the day, what do you see that are the main barriers that organizations that are driven by purpose or that do social projects to have their impact increased? What are the main barriers that they find, and what are the main issues that you think might decelerate this growth?
Yeah, I'm happy to start. So first off, I think there is a general, I mean, I don't want to say all organizations are like this, but I see a lot of this out there, that in general, organizations don't have a lot of clarity in their theory of change. So yeah, we all know this. So this is much harder than it seems. You know, before you start, you often don't have yourself the clarity of all the necessary steps from your activities to short, medium, and long-term impact. And then only as you're really, putting your hands to work, that you find out that it's often the case that there are many more hypotheses to validate. And then only if you really have clarity on that, then you're kind of getting ready to start thinking about your impact. When you think about making your impact larger, how do you measure your impact? So the first step is really, understanding how your activities lead to this pipeline of impacts. The second thing is, you have to measure. So if all your impacts are, intangible, I mean, I have nothing against, most of the most critical impact you have to make on society happen at a non-tangible level, but also, I mean, unless you can measure some of these outcomes, you can be sure that you're making some progress towards those goals. So this is super critical. And then there is an extra dimension of when you're measuring it, how do you know that it's really your impact or something else? And then there are several technical questions, counterfactuals, measuring this in the right way, and then AMGAV has really specialized in trying to make sure we provide an accessible solution that's low cost, but still, uses the right tools to allow organizations to really measure in the right way what their impact is. I'm happy to talk more after.
Yeah. They do that really at grassroots level, which is really relevant.
I think two things I would add. I completely agree to everything that you said. I would add the critical piece, of course, of leadership, of that guidance, of ensuring that you're staying aligned with your mission and you're consistent, which is your strategy. And I think the other part would be the sustainability. How do you continue this initiative going even forward beyond that initial kind of information gathering and building?
I would add to both of them, saying that, I know that Cindy talks about that as one of the pieces of sustainability, that is collaboration. Because when we're searching for or trying to have a social impact, we're dealing with very complex issues. And so for us to really make a change, like to really make a difference in the problem we want to solve, there's so many aspects that influence this that we usually need to have a network of partners that can actually make it viable for us to achieve any impact, right? We don't have the control of all of the theory of change. The control stops there at the objectives or the results we have. But we really need to have more security that we do have any impact. We should partner with other organizations that are aligned with our mission and have our theory of change. So nice.